Imagine you're sprinting to catch the last train, except that train is part of a network long enough to wrap 4 times around the moon. Sounds unreal. That subway is real, right now, beneath your feet. Here's the headline. By 2026, humanity has tunneled 17,000 kilometers of subway track under the world's biggest cities. That's not just a number, it's a civilization hiding in plain sight. 17,000 kilometers sounds impossible, right? But if you lined up all that subway track, you'd circle nearly half of Earth's equator, through oceans, jungles, and mountain ranges without ever seeing the sun. And get this, if you started boring tunnels across the moon, subway track would cross its diameter 4 times, with thousands of kilometers left to spare. The moon would look like Swiss cheese. But who owns the most underground? For that, look east. China's subway networks add up to a jaw-dropping 10,005 kilometers. That's more than half of all the subway on Earth, in one country. If you traveled the length of China's subways, you'd go from London to Beijing, and then all the way back, still in the dark, still underground. No daylight required. Shanghai wins the crown for the single longest city network. 901 kilometers of subway, all crisscrossing dizzily under one megacity. Imagine a subway stretching from New York City to Detroit without ever leaving the tunnels. That's what Shanghai has built, entirely below street level. Beijing isn't far behind. 888 kilometers of track, serving a city packed with more people than the entire nation of Australia. That's almost the distance from Paris to Berlin. 2 old rivals now united by hypothetical subway tunnel? But the champion for coverage isn't even China, it's Seoul. The Seoul Metropolitan Subway covers 620 kilometers, linking the city in a web that never sleeps. Driving from Los Angeles to San Francisco? That's about as far as you travel in a single run on Seoul's rails. Only there, it's a daily commute. Now let's cross continents. London's Underground, the Tube, spans 454 kilometers. That's the oldest subway system on Earth, running since 1863, back when Abraham Lincoln was president. London to Paris? You could lay the Tube across that route and still have a few stops left. That's a lot of crumpets per mile. But wait, the New York City subway plays by its own rules. Its route track is 418 kilometers long. But if you count every express, local, and yard track, you're up to 1,355 kilometers. That's enough steel to build a rail line from New York to Miami, beach to beach, never needing a taxi. And stations? New York crushes it. With 472 stations, it has more subway stops than there are McDonald's in all of Manhattan. That's a different kind of fast food. But Moscow's system is all about death and drama. At 540 kilometers, Moscow Metro is a marvel of underground art and has some of the world's deepest stations. The deepest station on Earth? Arsenalna in Kyiv, Ukraine, 105.5 meters beneath the ground. That's as far down as a 35-story skyscraper is tall. You'd ride escalators for minutes, passing layers of earth just to reach the next train home. Forget claustrophobia, this is sub-terrifying. Meanwhile, Tokyo's subway lines knit the city together with 431 kilometers of near-perfect punctuality. When they say a train is late, it's probably 60 seconds off. All these networks combine for a daily magic trick. 170 to 200 million people ride subways every single day. That's moving a population the size of Russia underground before you've eaten breakfast. Picture all those people. Enough to fill every NFL stadium in America, 20 times over, in a single rush hour. Not a bad flex for a bunch of underground trains. Here's one more twist. Beijing's Line 10 is a single subway loop stretching 57 kilometers, longer than the drive from New York to Newark and back. Just one line. Think how much rock, soil, and city chaos has been tunneled, all so the next person can stop walking and just catch a train instead. There's a whole planet's worth of effort down there. So next time you step onto a subway platform, imagine you're standing on top of a moon-sized invisible monument, built one shovel at a time, just so you could get to lunch faster. If you could add a new subway line anywhere on Earth, what two places would you connect? And why? Drop your wildest underground ideas in the comments. I want to see where your imagination tunnels next.